Hi, it's almost the new year, so I wanted to share with everybody who watches my videos, that is, what my New Year's resolution is. My New Year's resolution is not to label people. I know we're full of anger at a group of people, about 1% of the population of the United States. We're trying to grab everything. But I'm going to try my best not to call these people names. I'm going to try my best to describe their behavior. And if I do use a name for them, I'm going to try to make it a clinical name because I think that's more helpful than, you know, all words like scum and Nazis and fascists and uh, criminals and war criminals, actually. Uh, so, as I've said before in other videos, if we're going to use a name, let's use the name sociopath. It's a clinical term, refers to somebody who has no regard for the rest of society. Thus the word sociopath. And that's why when Max says that he'd rather have bin Laden running the banks, I think he's referring to this kind of behavior, the behavior of a sociopath. And that these people are willing to do whatever it takes to destroy the whole world, except for their little pocket, which they think they're going to be able to hang on to when there's no environment left, etc., etc. I'm not saying anything positive about bin Laden, but I don't think he's a sociopath. And I think it's important to keep in mind that there's no cure for these people who are sociopaths. These bankers, these Fortune 100 CEOs, and the people under them. So I'm hoping what we can do is to fence them in somewhere and keep them comfortable, but also to keep them powerless. And so that's my New Year's resolution, to not call these people names, except, clinical names, because I think their behavior is very sick. And it's beyond neurosis, it's psychosis, it's psychotic, it's the worst kind of mental illness that exists. And sociopaths don't prey on one or two or three people, or an entire country, or an entire religion. And I think that's what Max had in mind with the bin Laden remark. Uh, I don't think he wants to destroy the world, the entire world. I don't think these sociopaths wanted to destroy the entire world either, but that's what they're doing. And so I hope that in 2011, by buying gold and silver, by getting little guys like me to buy gold and silver, if enough of us buy gold and silver, then we'll have the power. Because these things are rare, and you can't go on printing paper money endlessly once you get a handle on gold and silver and get it out of their hands where they can manipulate it and get it into the hands of the people. So I wish everyone the best for 2011, including the sociopaths. I just hope that their best takes place, you know, in a controlled area where we can watch them and they can watch us. And but they'll no longer be able to do any harm. And they've done an extreme amount of harm. They've killed a lot of people. Not so much by acts of omission or commission, but by acts of omission. So that's pretty much what I have to say. Labeling doesn't really, solve anything. It may vent some anger that we all have, but looking at people for what they are and what needs to be done to them, and not going from, being a victim to a perpetrator. If we punish these people, then we become the perpetrators. I think the best example of that is Israel. Um, they suffered a terrible Holocaust in World War II. And what did they learn from it? They learned how to become perpetrators. Because all perpetrators start out as victims. They learn the wrong lesson. And I don't want us to learn the wrong lesson. I want us to learn what I think is the right lesson, the healthy lesson, and that is not to punish, not to help if people are beyond help, but to just put them in a position where they no longer have any influence over events in the world. So, the best to all of us, and I mean all of us, in 2011. Thank you.